Friends, hello, happy Monday. We have the San Jose Sharks with us here today. The San Jose Sharks, who were looking to be a Stanley Cup contender, I think, this year, or at least a playoff contender, and kind of seen the wheels fall off. And today, we're going to try to make sure that does not happen, as we will attempt to, quote-unquote, rebuild the San Jose Sharks and try to win with them in just 1 year and win them a nice Stanley Cup. Taking a peek at the contracts, I imagine this team is going to be a nightmare when it comes to cap space. They got $3 million, actually. They have $3 million cap space, which is actually better than some teams. I was just imagining it'd be a little bit of a struggle considering Couture, Burns, Carlson. They got a lot of guys under deep contracts here. Evander Kane's getting $7 million a year. We'll filter this by price instead of overall here. And yeah, there we go. $7 million is also going to Vlasic. I thought somebody else was getting paid good, but Vlasic's an 85 overall. He's a solid player. He's only a couple million more than you would normally pay for that overall from a defenseman. So when you consider you have three really good defensemen, three guys that can play on your top line, at least in the game here, you could say, you know, pretty good there. It's going to be the forwards. When you look at Evander Kane's $7 million a year, Logan Couture's $8 million a year, are those guys going to be worth keeping for that price tag, or we're gonna have to upgrade somewhere? Thomas Hertl, Joe Thornton on that nice $2 million year contract. I imagine he goes from like an 83 to an 81 in this game, though, when you consider he's 40 years old. So that'll be interesting there. He wants to play on the second line as well right now. That'll be the next question here. Here's our players right now. Here's the cap space, $3 million. But how does everybody fit on this team? Who is our coach right now? I've realized that when it comes to coaches, that the generalists usually do best here. We have an offensive style coach. It's just what he's looking for. Staff chemistry, 71%. How does he look for a Kincaid? That's not Keith. Imagine Keith Kincaid just dropping it. He's like, you know what? Goalie's not working out. We're going straight to coaching. Oh, jeez. He's got max chemistry with our three best defensemen. Ooh. I like seeing that. That is nice. Oddly enough, considering he's an offensive guy, his defense is what he's working with here. Interesting. Coaches with an offensive scheme work best with offensive players. Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, EA, because all of our defense has better chemistry than all of our forwards. But that's all right. Works for me. Works for me at 65%. I think that's solid there. We'll just see how it looks from a lines perspective here when we throw these guys together. Burns is a two-way guy, right? I don't think we're going to be able to put those. Oh, wow, no chemistry on any line. How about that? Straight across the boards there. I want to take a look at this defense real quick. Oh, +5. Hi. Hello. How you doing? Just fine. Thanks for coming. Tim Heed's got to be playing this season, it looks like, at an 83 overall. It's going to look good. Vlasic got the 90. You think we're turning that down? There's not a chance. No chance at all. Yeah, he's an offensive defenseman. I figured that's what it was. Wow, he actually isn't even max in a second line, but Vlasic is. So we could actually find another offensive defenseman and put him right there if we wanted to. If they have one at a better overall, but it does not look like they do, so that'll work. Carlson and Burns. Do these guys not want to play first line minutes? Burns does. Carlson does. Okay, so they both want to play first line. Dang. So if we could find a way. That's crazy because I guess because one's offensive. Oh, they're both offensive defensemen. When did Burns become an offensive defenseman? Interesting. I think this is offense. Yeah, that's an O. I always thought Burns was a two-way guy. I didn't know EA hit him up with the offensive defenseman. Wow. So actually, can Vlasic play on the first line? He might +5 that first line. If we can move, would it be Burns or Carlson? Man, our defense is going to be stupid filthy. Just absolutely redonkulously filthy. Because I bet that +5's it, right? Yeah. Oh, jeez. Hello, thanks for playing with a 95 Erik Karlsson on the ice. We got to make that happen, obviously. And Vlasic's our man. We could look for another defensive defenseman, I guess. And that would probably be the answer here since we have so many offensive defensemen. We can find one defensive defenseman. What is our bottom line? Two-way guys. So that's better. What do they look like putting these guys here? They don't want to play here. +3 is the first line, though. See, it actually does help. So if we can find really anything from a defensive standpoint, from that 80, maybe even just one. Pick up 180 overall and maybe a 79, 80. I ain't too worried about that bottom two or bottom D pair. They don't play a lot. I think they'll make it work. Their defensive stats aren't too bad. So the offense is going to be the big question here. What can we make happen with this offense? Right now, we're looking at a lot of guys that ain't too happy where they are. Logan Couture wants to be on a second line. Meyer, same story. We don't have a lot of guys that really have a lot of chemistry on this. There we go. Thomas Hertl wants to be a first line. Where's he at? Yeah, Hertl can switch with Couture. That'll work. Oh, geez, that center, though, a sniper, a sniping center. That ain't very much defensive minded, I'd have to say. Not at a 76 shot blocking. He'd be a guy. Joe Thornton can play center though, right? Center, 81 draws. He's more of a defensive guy. Where's Thornton want to play? He'll play on the second line. So we could put Thornton at center if we wanted to. And then we could put Hurdle at one of the wings maybe here. Oh, geez, Meyer's a power forward. Okay. Oh, hello. We're going to make that work. We're going to make that 2 power forwards. This team is built to have just max everything. They got the offense and defense. This team's going to be fun. I am looking forward to this team. If we don't win a Stanley Cup with San Jose, we might have to retire. So we need a 2-way forward for the first line. Not even a 2-way, a sniper. Who was the sniper? Is that Hurdle? Watch this. Watch this. Just a +1. Okay, don't watch this. That didn't turn out to be the way I wanted it. The one problem is that we're still struggling with is we got to get more first-line guys. Nobody wants to play on his first line. What if we put... Couture wants to be on the second. That +3. So Thornton wants to be on the first line more than he does, apparently. So that's better. What's Thornton's? He's a playmaker, right? Hurdle's a sniper. So we look at it from that perspective. Meyer, is he the power forward guy? Where's Meyer want to play? Hey, he doesn't really want to play anywhere. So LeBlanc, you want to play? Yeah, LeBlanc doesn't want to play first line either. That could be it. So if we can find a second liner, even a first line, one or the other. I'd like that both. I like that the flexibility of a guy that can play first line or second line right now. And really, it can be just about anything. A playmaker. We have, it's a 2-way guy in him. Let's see if we have him as, oh, geez. Sorensen's playing that first line. Maybe we'll put Sorensen there. What's he, a sniper? See, that's gutsy. But if it +5s it, it's not gutsy, right? Nah, only +3s it. Only +3s it. So you're going to stay there. Sorry, Sorensen. I like the idea, though. You know, you don't have to put studs on the first line. If you should put a couple, obviously. But if you can go without all of them, I mean, it helps. So we don't have a lot of guys that want to play second line here. That is definitely what we're going to have to find here is some second line players. Some of these guys want to play on the third and fourth line, at least. So that's nice to see. But if we can find some second line guys, I think that's going to help this team drastically here. So some top 6 guys in general. Again, it doesn't have to be high overall. It's just guys that want to play in the top 6. And then we're looking for a defense. We're looking for, what would we say, defensive defenseman here for San Jose. And just about anything will work there because we can put Vlasic here. Ideally, it'd be a guy that wants to play second line, I'd say. But either one, a top 4 guy in general. And he's a defensive defenseman. That's what we'd be looking for here, I think. In the, I don't know, 82, 83 ranges. Like I said, is all we really need here. We can get him up to an 88 on that +5. I think that would help drastically. You know what it is? I forgot to look at the problem with the San Jose Sharks. We was gawking over this team, and we just managed to gloss over the goaltending issue. 282 overalls. That's the problem. We'll see what happens with 282s. This game sims up strangely with goals. We might be able to get away with it, but that might be the problem. The problem might be goaltending. We're going to start looking with the defensive defenseman first. We got a slew of options here. Again, not going, too concerned here when it comes to a ridiculous high overall. And 82s look like the best we can get here. Him and Nick's 3.8. I'd like to go with the cheaper player. Dylan's a little bit more expensive, but he could be the guy here. Hey, old friend Brendan Dillon. What a coincidence. Okay, so Dillon, all defensive pairings. That's beautiful. And he's got a beautiful contract. Oh, boy, that might work for us. 82. And again, he'll be anywhere from an 85 to an 87 if we pick him up. And I think that's huge because this team is, as much as we do have 3.2 million cap space, there's not a lot of wiggle room. All the players, high in cap, we really do have to keep on this team, I think, here. Dillon could be a quick add here at an 82. At a defensive defenseman. I like the addition there, so we'll see what we can make work here since he fits on all D pairs. And I do believe, at least, Ryan Merkley's going to have some nice trade value for us. I believe that's what we have to work with, right? Nobody's... $2 million a year, actually, Carlson's making. So, we could move Carlson for some cap, and they want Carlson. So, that could work out for us there. Sorensen's not... He's got to play right now, I think, so we can't move him. Actually, how's Carlson look from a team standpoint? Does he fit anywhere here? He fits on the bottom lines pretty well. Is he a 2-way guy? He is. We don't have a lot of... Our bottom 6 is kind of low on the overalls right now. That concerns me a little bit. But, we might... 77, though, $2 million. We can sign a free agent for that price, I think, even though he does fit there pretty well. So we'll go Carlson, and hopefully this don't take much. Does San Jose have draft picks? They do. Oh, they have a Toronto draft pick. They don't have their own draft pick, but they got a Toronto one. I think we can go second. Can we go second here? Probably. They don't have a lot of draft picks at all. San Jose, what happened to your future? This looks like the Blue Jackets. You guys don't have any second round? Oh, you got 2 seconds here. You guys just trade a lot of draft picks away. I guess you got, interestingly enough, they got a couple. They just don't want their own, is all it is. So Dylan, And San Jose's second. And we're going to try to get them to retain salary because every penny counts here. I don't imagine they do. I imagine that makes it's going to change the trade meter a little bit, but we're going to need that. We're going to need that pretty badly, I think, when it comes down to finding these top 6 guys from a forward standpoint. So we'll throw on a 5th and see if that gets the job done. This thing called a trade block, totally unwilling to do it. I did not click anything. What are you doing here? We'll throw on another 5th because they're just 5th round draft picks. We're just trying to get you to take this trade here if you could, Washington Forest. We're just going to nickel and dime you with 5th round draft picks until you say, you know what, I like it. They don't like it. Okay, so we'll drop the 5ths and we will take the salary away. Again, it's only, it's not a lot. Not a big deal. Second, Carlson. You're rejected or not interested in the deal that you appreciate the change that you made, but it's not enough for us. We only dropped the salary. I guess that wasn't enough for him. So we'll throw the 5th back on. This has to happen. I don't know what they just said there. I should have read that. I think they said they were saving up to sign for agents. So we'll throw in a second. Changes are being made, but the Washington Capitals are still not interested in this deal. Really? I thought for sure that was the problem. That was just asking to retain some salary. So apparently not there. We'll throw in a 4th. It's just Dylan, man. I feel like I'm giving away the house. Giving away the house for an 82 overall. What are we doing here, EA? Come on. Then the 3rd. Oh my goodness. I swear if we have to give up a 1st, and I really do think there's gonna be some overpaying happening here because we don't have a choice. That cheap contract has to come. And man, really? You really want us to give up 2 seconds and a 3rd for a guy with anteater freaking trade value? And I mean nothing at all against Brandon Dillon. I was just trying to think of something really small and I just thought ant for, oh my. Okay, let's just send it. Trade accepted. Unreal. I feel so fleeced. I feel so fleeced, but we've seen it. That was the best option from a defensive standpoint right there, was to have a guy like Dylan on a cheap contract on this team. So I think we had to do it. All right, so looking at forwards, I'd like to jump after a guy that fits on the top 6, not just first line, because it scares me when EA says, oh, it fits on the first line or second line, you find out they don't. So I'd like to go top 6 here. DeBrincat's one of those guys. He's a top 6 forward guy, and I think the other one is DeBrincat, top 6 forward lines, and Matthew Barzal. So the price tags, expensive for Barzal, no doubt about it, but he's on a team-friendly deal, and this would obviously be a case where we would go with Merkley. Oh, DeBrincat's expensive too. Wow, I didn't realize DeBrincat had that high of trade value. I'd like to not have to throw everything at just one player here. That's the thing. So what if we take a chance? $4 million. Is there anybody else on a cheaper deal? I think anybody on an entry-level deal is just getting paid, so that might be a problem here. So is there anybody else out there? Top 6 for Barzal. We brought it up. Forward line 2. See, Dadonov fits on 2. 2 is kind of what we need, but again, we can go either way here. We can go 2 or 1. I wouldn't mind 1 either. 1, we got the positive right now. We already got the +3 on the 1. But I'd like to see somebody that can max out that first line. I just wish there was a way to actually be able to see that. And it's difficult. Svechnikov's too expensive. We're going to go forward line 1 and Reinhardt. He fits there. Stahl fits on the power plays and the first line as well. He's a little bit cheaper. We're going to get price tags here. Reinhardt, Stahl, Gallagher. Let's see what the cheapest guys are here. We'll filter by cheapness here. And that would be most expensiveness. So 0.75. So all these first guys here are expensive. Bertuzzi looks like the cheap one here. 1.4 million. He fits on forward line 1. I feel like every time we get Bertuzzi, though, it never turns out well. The thing is, he is a winger. Our centers are playmakers, so I don't think we can use him. Taylor Hall's on that $3 million contract right now. He's pretty cheap, but he's expensive. Yeah, he's expensive for a guy on a rental deal. It's looking like Perron or Dadonov here. They scouted him for the first line, and they did not like him there, which scares me a little bit. Dadonov was scouted for the first line, and he does fit there, so that's better. Or Perron, I should say. I don't know what I said. I thought I said Dadonov twice. But Perron, but he's an 86 and a two-way guy, and I'd rather see the sniper here combination if we could. A guy that can score some goals for this team. And I guess we're going to try Dads here. We'll try Dadonov, and hopefully that second line works. I ain't upset about what we have the first line. It's a solid first line. If we can beef up the second line, that would be great too. The question is, see, you talk Dadonov. I think he's not. Dadonov's trade value. I would like to see what Merkley's trade value is. I'd like to get as much as possible for him. He's not that far away. He really isn't from getting you a stud player. But at the same time, how many teams are willing to trade for him? This also might be a case like we're looking at some guys on the Panthers, and there's not a lot that really fit. the bottom 6 criteria here. I guess we are in the wrong league now. But for the most part, I was not seeing too many guys here. So what we could try doing here is we could go Dadonov and we could throw on Tippett and Borgstrom. And maybe that would improve things. Yeah, I love that my batteries are low. That's fantastic. Can we finish this video? Probably not, but we're going to give it a try. And a first round draft pick, holy overpayment. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. San Jose don't have over the 45 scatter organization limit if we did that. So what if we drop, they want to get rid of Tippett, so that's great. They want to go to their first, so that's good. So what if we drop you and we go straight up from Merck? I can't believe that we're actually that much farther over. How are we over 45 skaters? I mean, that's great, so we can free some cap space up here. Take this guy. How you feel about that, Florida? That's decent. That's a lot for Merkley. That is not a lot for Merkley. I don't know. We got to try it, though. Send it. Trade rejected. I gotta be honest, Florida is not too thrilled to part ways with what you are asking us to send your way, but you aren't completely off base. However, you've met our trade block needs well enough, but the value you have on the table is too far off. Okay, so they're not willing to do that. I tried. A for effort. What if we just go first round draft pick and EA, you always make, I just want to feel like we're getting a deal sometime, EA. Just one time. One time, make it feel like we're winning here. Oh, what if we go 2/3? We throw on 2/3 at that. Trade rejected. They won't even throw on the thirds. You better be able to, okay, 1/3. Perfect. That'll work. There's Dadonov. Welcome to the team. Merkley gone. Picked up a first, and we picked up Dadonov out of this, though, so I think we did all right there. So we'll go best lines, and we'll go and see what we have to work with from here. Again, this will be interesting. We should have some cap space still. I just realized we did not ask them to retain any of Dadonov's cap space. That could have been a big mistake right there. Oh my goodness, but it's what had to be done. So we're going to have to find some entry-level guys. So they got Dads on the first line. He's clearly not playing there. And clearly he don't fit on the first line. Does he fit on the second? Oh, yes, he does. Thank you, Dadonov. Thank you for fitting on that second line. Okay. So we'll go back to, was it Hurdle on the first? Yes, Hurdle on the first. And Thornton got put on the third line. Let's say where Thornton goes. So Sorensen's a sniper. Dad's a sniper. So yeah, Thornton would go here. And that's only going to +1 net still. Oh, now +3. Perfect. All right, so we got the +3 on the top 2 lines. That's what we was looking for. Thornton, Kane, Dadonov, Hurdle, Logan Couture, and Meyer. So I think that's good. The top 2 lines look great. So it's clear the bottom 2 lines, the overalls, they're struggling. Oh, jeez. What is that? 72 overall. There's got to be a better scratch player than that on the bench, ain't there? There's got to be. Yeah, there is. Okay, I was going to say that. No, there's not. Oh, jeez. San Jose, what up with the bottom 6? Talk about it. All right, so let's see what we can do with the defense here. So Vlasic goes here. Yeah, that +5's it both ways. That's perfect. And we'll leave the bottom pair D as is. But we're going to have to find, I'm assuming, some bottom 6 guys. You cannot afford to have what we have currently going right now here on this bottom 6. This is a little bit redonkulous. But this team's looking pretty solid right now, I think. All right, so I think we're looking, there's not a lot of scout. They don't do a lot of scouting for the bottom lines. But it looks like Virtanen is our man right now. Forward line 3, 1.25 million. I'm just looking for defensive guys. As the stats look good, he's a power forward. That's a bonus, by the way. Shot blocking's not the greatest. I'd like to see that being a little bit better there. But I think we can make it work. Maybe that's a player on our team. That is also a player on our team. Why we got so many of our players here? That's not a player on our team. What am I talking about? I was looking at the San Jose logo thinking it was Blake Coleman. Two-way guy, I like him. That's decent stats. Again, though, forward line 1. But again, that's another scout. They scouted for forward line 4, and he didn't fit there. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's looking like the answer. Top 6 lines there. They scouted Olofsson there, but he's a forward. That's a playmaker. Again, we're looking for more of a defensive guy. They tried him on 3. They tried him on 3. We'll try Virtanen. Virtanen might be the guy here, and then I'd like to go to free agency for some guys, but the problem is going to free agency is they're all playmakers, and I don't want playmakers on the bottom 6. I'm looking for some more defensive guys. So you're talking Virtanen. Does Vancouver have anything else they're willing to move around here? Again, we're just looking for bottom 6 guys. We have some draft picks to work with. Myers, Tanev, I don't need you guys. Miller, man, you guys, once you get to the 82s, that's where it is. Tyler Toffoli, that's a lot of money getting paid to Toffoli, though, and he's a sniper, so we ain't going there. The defenseman, what is your overall? Grinder, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. Grinder, decent stats, looks like a good two-way guy, Michael Furlan does. He fits on forward line 1, they scout him for 3. Again, everybody doesn't have to fit there, though. On a friendly contract, we're going to try to pick them both up. We're going to try to pick up Furlan and Virtanen. And can we go for a 3 some here? Well, 3 deal? Maybe a center as well? Take your whole team? You can't win face-off draws. Sorry. We was gonna make it happen, Cadet, but not so much anymore. Let's go. Let's just try this. Let's try this and see what it does to our bottom 6. It's gonna improve it, obviously. Let's see if they're interested in it. Oh, they won our whole team. Sick. We can make that happen. Send them all over. Just a couple players, ain't a big deal. So let's see here. Our bottom players. Heat's got to stay. Ferraro's. Oh wow, Ferraro's got some trade value. Maybe he progresses a little bit. What's his potential? Top 4 right now. Top 4 or top 6 is his role. Maybe he grows a little bit for us this year. That would be nice. So as far as the guys we're getting rid of, I want to be able to just look at NHL and forwards because we have a lot of forwards. That's our top 3. That's our top 6. It is the next 3. Let's see here. No, with the 77. The 76 has got to go. We'll start with that. That's 700K. Anybody else? You guys got to go. So we'll throw you 3 on there because, again, we're right up against the cap. So we got to try to move some cap space here if we can because that is where we are pressed. That's where we're going with the cheap guys as well. So we'll throw you guys on there. And San Jose would be over the league maximum salary cap still. Wow, Ferland is 3.5 million. Thanks so much, Ferland. That's going to be tough to put a 3.5 mil. I thought I filtered under 2.5 mil, EA. I missed something there. I'm pretty sure we made that happen. And somehow Ferland's over it. Oh, you know why? Because we were just looking at their team and got interested in them. I forgot that's what we was doing. So that'll make it work. They're not going to take that. I'd be surprised and pretty nuts if they did. Send it. No, they did. Okay. But we're close. Trade meter's not too far away there. So we can throw on... Man, if we can make San Jose work and save some picks, wouldn't that be something? We got 2 first-round picks to work with. We'll throw on just a 3rd. They want the 5th, but we'll throw in a 3rd. We're feeling generous today. Trade rejected. The deal would work because of Vancouver's current cap. Yeah, okay, I get it. You want another pick. We can make that happen. It's fine. We got him for days. We was just talking about San Jose not having a lot. They seem to have a lot of fit. Not enough for you. We got to make this work, Vancouver. We don't have cap space. We'll throw on, how about a Capitals 3rd? How do you feel about Washington? We got draft picks from literally every team in the league. You just name the team, ring the bell, we'll send it on over. You want Pittsburgh? Washington? We got some Ottawa. I mean, you want a bad team? We got anybody. We got Colorado, Tampa, Florida. Some of everything. Literally some of everything. How about San Jose's 3rd round pick? You didn't want, theirs. What about San Jose's? Still would work with Vancouver's currently not comfortable taking on the salary. I get it. I get it. You want a 2nd. Okay, that's fine. That's all you had to say is you wanted a 2nd. Unfortunately, we don't have many of those. Here you go. 2nd round pick. Okay, fine. Fine. What if we throw on Middleton and see, we're still struggling with the salary there. We still can't afford it. I don't want the Ferland one to be the one we're tied down to. How much has he got? 4 years left. Bertanen's done this year. What if we just drop the salary on one guy? Can we afford that? Yeah, we'll send that trade. They're gonna accept it. Nah, you think so? But we'll throw that 2nd back on here. I feel like it's got to happen here. No team's gonna retain the salary. That's gonna be the problem here. So we're gonna have to trade rejected. We will not accept this proposal. The trade looks good, but we're not willing to retain a salary. Okay, fine. Here, you win. You win. You win, Toronto. You're Vancouver. Okay, you don't win. Even if we throw in a 1st-round draft pick to retain $1 million in salary, they're not gonna take it. Are you serious right now? Are you joking at me, Vancouver? You got to be joking. You have to be. There's no way you're not serious. Or you are serious here. Unreal. We're giving up 1st and 2nd round draft picks, but I like where this team's at. There we go. Okay. Go to roster moves. That's what we got to do here. This team's ready to rock and roll, I think. We're going to best lines this. We'll line this team up. We're going to play some games. Again, the bottom 6 concerns me, but... That's why we overpaid a little bit there to free some cap space up a little bit. Not a lot, but you did what you got to do. I mean, we moved Merkley for that pick. So Dadonov, you was 2nd line, right? Dadonov was 2nd line. Vertanen, you are not playing on the 1st line. Who are you thinking you are? Hurdle went there. Joe Thornton is no longer on the team. Oh, they went to the 3rd, 4th line. I love your thoughts, EA. Okay, so that's that. Just check. Nope, doesn't work. So we still... I like that I let Couture back on the 1st line. That makes me happy as well. So Couture's an 89, 88. 88, and then we talk Vertanen, who's supposed to be a good 3rd liner, is a good 2nd liner, which is not bad, I guess. I mean, he fits in both spots there. Interestingly enough, I wonder what happens if we move Kane from that spot. Does Kane want to play there? No. Bang, +5. Ooh. Ooh. Good question, Vertanen. Kane, can you play on the 3rd line? A little bit better. Dang. That's tough. You gonna pass up that +5, though? Evander Kane's the goal scorer of that line. That's the thing. You talk about a man that could But you're talking about a 91 Dadonov, 88 Thornton, 87 Virtanen. I mean, it's an 88 Evander Kane when you consider the +3 there. So I guess that'll work. We'll put Kane. Hopefully Kane does not mind playing third line. He doesn't. Okay, so we'll go Kane there. And we got two-way power forward. We're not going to be able to +3 that bottom line. We can try. It might actually work, but I don't think we're going to be able to squeak that in there. Furland is fine there. Is Furland a center? No, he's a freaking winger. What are you doing playing center, Furland? We're going to need a center. That could be a problem. You can play center. That's great. Anybody else want to play center? No? Okay, so we got to find a center real quick, I guess. That would be ideal to not be bent or playing a... We could make it work, though. A winger playing center. Does any of these guys win draws? 67's the best, and that is why he is currently there. And none of these guys can draw. Evander Kane can win draws. Evander, how you feel about getting promoted to the 4th line? They call that a promotion, right? So Evander plays center. You go here. That could work, but again, I don't like the 77 overall. It is bothering me. Oh, you know what I forgot we need is a goalie. Oh, yeah, a nice goalie. The good thing about Martin Jones, 5.75 million. I forgot all about that. Let's see if we can find a goalie real quick. And we might sim up a couple games. That bottom 6 does still concern me a bit, though. Ideally, I'd like a goalie around 4 million because that'd free some cap space up. And again, we can go pick up another bottom 6 guy. But we'll see what's out there. We'll go, let's try 80. Yeah, 84 looks good, I think. 84. Minimum trade value is an 84 on Grice, Rittich, Grubauer. Dubnik's an 85. I'd like to get to an 85 if we could. That'd be a nice upgrade there. An 85 would, I think. I don't, you know, if you get too high, teams aren't going to trade their goalies. Most teams won't trade them regardless. Over here looking to see what line a goalie fits in. Beautiful. Force of habit, I can't help it. Varlamov is expensive. Oh, 1.8 million on Kemper, though. Kemper's, I like that. That's going to free some cap space off. And he's younger. Can you get the good old Arizona Coyotes to drop Kemper, though, would be the question. I don't think we're going to get any better than that now or not. See, you can talk about an 87. Not as far as guys under, what, 5 million? I think we filtered. Robin Lehner would be nice, though. But again, we kind of moved a lot of our assets there. We could have thought about that with Nick Merkley, I guess. And I imagine we're going to be overpaying. Was it Dubnyk we wanted? No, it's Kemper we wanted. I imagine we're going to be overpaying, though. It always costs you like 6 million times more than the trade value for a goalie in this game. Which, I mean, I get it. What team wants to give away their goalie, so I can understand that. We'll see if Jones holds any trade value. Oh, geez. I can almost see that trade value meter, Jonesy. That's fine. We're going to throw you on there, though. So, Jones and Arizona. Oh, geez. Arizona? Arizona? Not the Cap. Come on now. Come on. Maybe you guys got a bottom 6 guy we can have. Do some cap relief. Oh, that wouldn't help you guys. That would hurt you guys, wouldn't it? That's right. Now, who am I? Can that help you guys? I'd release some cap space. You guys want to lose Taylor Hall? How you feel about that? That can get you some cap space. So let's go overall. And we'll see if we can find, again, a bottom 3 guy. Because that's what we're going to look for anyway. Damer's not a Dvorak. That's too expensive. I don't want to go too pricey if we don't have to. How would you fit on the team? How would you fit? You can't win draw. Oh, yeah, center. That's what we got to find as a center. Let's remember that center. Soderberg would be the man then. He's got the draws. He's a 2-way guy. He doesn't really fit on any lines. I don't really care because, you know, that doesn't have to be accurate here. He's just going to play the bottom. Oh, geez, the minutes, though. The price tag, though. 4.75. That is not what we was looking for there. Do you have anybody? Anybody at all? We obviously are not getting Clayton Keller. That'd be kind of sick, though, right? They don't have a lot over here. That's unfortunate because I thought we could make something work here. Richardson, he's a 78 and he's a center. We just need a. I don't want to pay for a 78 though. That's a problem as far as I'm concerned. But we could just do it to relieve cap and then possibly trade him. I think that might work as well here. Let's throw that on and see if that gets them over the cap. Arizona will be over the maximum cap still. Okay, so that's not going to work with Arizona. That's unfortunate. I thought they could be a good trading partner with us, but they're not clearly. So we're going to have to go over to Minnesota and try Dubnyk instead. We're going to be a little tighter on the cap, but Dubnyk is a little bit cheaper. He's a little bit older as well, but I think he can still get the job done for us here. 4.35. It's still 1.4 million cheaper than Martin Jones, though. So that's still going to relieve, what, a couple million in cap space we're going to have here after this. So we'll see what we can do with this. There, we saved the draft picks for a reason. We'll go Florida Panthers first. We'll go Dubnyk. We'll go Jones. And we're just going to send it because they won't accept it. I was going to say, I didn't think they will. Totally unwilling. Not even just unwilling, but totally. Those Florida draft picks coming in clutch, though, that we traded for earlier. We got a couple of them. We'll go a third for San Jose. We are still miles away, I think. A great thing called a trade block. Yeah, we're hitting all your needs, minus the fact that you don't want our goalie. I mean, I don't know what to tell you about that. You're just going to have to take him and accept it and enjoy the ride with him, really. Because we need a goalie. This is a Stanley Cup or bust team, and Martin Jones is in the way. What's it take to get Martin Jones off the team? 2 first-round draft picks? Yes, that was a ridiculous overpay. That had to be done because we tried 3 first and 3 thirds. Didn't happen. Nonetheless, this team's ready to go. It's good. Team's winning games now. I'm going to be very disappointed. I've never felt so much stronger about a Stanley Cup or bust team than this right here, because these guys are looking good. And it's the bottom 6 still. I got to remember that. We got to put -1 right there. Can we do something? Actually, I lied. We got to find a center. Evander Kane could play center, I guess, and we'll see how that goes. But you still can't have a -1 with a 77, 78, and 79 on that bottom line there. Spencer might be the man. Again, we don't like going after the playmakers, but he's decent defensively. 83, 80, 86, and he wins the draws. And he fits on forward line too, which I don't really care for. Funny enough, we bring up Vancouver. We go back to Vancouver. They already can't win the draws. The shot block's not the best. Achari wouldn't be a bad one either. He looks pretty solid, actually, right there. He wants to be on the forward line 1. I don't really care. He can play on the third line. He is 1.6. Actually, let's try Achari first. Try Achari. I like the defensive stats a little bit better there. Actually, what was Spezza again? Let's take a look at Spezza one more time. 87, 80, 86, 83. And then Achari. Yeah, Achari looks like more of the defensive guy here. So we'll try to get Achari and then call it a day. We'll see what kind of cap we have laying around here. Forwards. Oh, we have prospects for days still, too. Ain't too worried about that, though. So who would be the guy who was going to drop? You was going to be the one that didn't play no more, right? I think so, and that's the thing. I'm afraid to let the center go, though. Because what if we ended up needing to swap that around later and Evander Kane doesn't work out? So maybe we keep him and we just go draft pick. Do we have skaters laying around? We might just go draft pick here. So we'll go 3rd and a 4th. Hopefully not over the limit. Yeah, we're good here. And you're going to retain some of the salary for a good time. You don't really have to, but we're going to try it because why not? Send it. They're rejected. Okay, we'll send it another. It's just a 3rd and a 4th. It's not a lot. It's like a 5th. They're into it. Maybe we got to start sending them other teams' draft picks. We got plenty of them. Then Yanato, Sanders 5th. Maybe about 2 5ths, a 4th, and a 3rd. Not a big fan. That's fine. Go on 3rd. Here you go. Take 3rd. We drop the 5th. Accepted. But in our current situation, we're uncomfortable taking the salary. Okay, they like that trade. And that would give us $1 million in cap space. So we're going to do it. We'll overpay a little bit here because of the cap space game. We'll put the 5th back on there. And really, that little bit was all. But you want more than that? It's just a little retention. Like $700K. There we go. Okay, that'll work. There we go. We're good. This team's ready to rock and roll. Let's start and draw these lines up real quick and see what this team has for us. It's going to be a good season, I think. I really believe this is going to be a good season for San Jose. We're probably actually going to end up dropping this guy when it comes to playing set, or dropping him from the team in general here. So we'll see what happens here when we put Achari in. Hopefully that helps this bottom line out. So a minus, don't like that. Who can't play fourth line here? Somebody cannot do it. Sorensen cannot do it. So he's a 79, 78. We're going to have to put up with it, though, there. It looks like. I believe so, and hope it doesn't kill us. How's the rest of these guys? They're two-way guys, right? Sorensen's a sniper. Oh, geez, he cannot play defense. You are not playing. Sorry, Sorensen. Is there somebody on this team that can play defense? You got the two-way forward here. We'll try it. We'll try the 77 instead and see what happens here. Yeah, that brings it back down to a 0 anyway, so solid. Team's looking solid. Vlasic, the +5s on goal or defense there. The goaltending and Dubnyk. We'll see what this team can do. Let's jump into some games. Overall, I'm pleased, though. You know, we didn't completely, tear this team apart. We added Dadonov, which is a big piece. And then we added some... Oh, we don't need to sum up the whole season, I guess, at once, right? And then we added a few, bottom 6 guys to help kind of add some depth to this team here. So I like that. I like being able to do that instead of having to do a complete overhaul of a team where you just kind of add a couple pieces and see if you can make them a winner. Obviously, the goaltending's a big deal here. That was a focal point. I think if San Jose could do it, they would anyway right now. So I agree with that. Right now, though, San Jose's playing some really good puck. And then they lose. What in the heck is that? 8-7. I thought we had defense. 8-7? All right, maybe the backup goalie was in because San Jose is playing some good ball right now. 5-1-1, looking great. Love it. Big win against Buffalo. I'm telling you, man, you throw them +3s and 5s. This defense is absolutely filth butter. I don't even know what filth butter is, but it sounds great. And they go to lose to Ottawa. I'm over here complimenting them, and they lose to the Ottawa freaking Senators. But it's okay. You lose games. Ottawa wins games too. It's going to happen. But we're on a losing streak here. You want to see this end as quick as possible. Losing 5 of the last 6. There's a W there against Edmonton. Big win there. Get back into the winning ways. And then lose to the Detroit Red Wings. So we got to beat the bad team, San Jose. I'm just going to throw it out there. Nothing against those teams, but they're teams you look at on the schedule and say you should beat. Like the LA Kings. And they're going to lose to them twice. That's rough. Did we beat Tampa at least? Second in the division. So a hot start to the season. This team finds itself 17-10-3 after 30 games into the season in November. We'll take a look and see how this team's doing. Again, we brought up that bottom line. That could be a concern here, and maybe that's what's happening. We'll see how the goals against and for are looking right now real quick, though, before we jump into that. 17-10-3. Again, decent. 21-7 for Arizona. Arizona's having a great season as well. But other than that, I mean, we got pretty good cushion here when it comes to making playoffs right now. So a 2.9 goals for, 2.67 goals against. So the goals against is solid. Arizona's just killing it right now. I didn't check out the penalty kill unit power play unit. That was a mistake. 13.8%. It's terrible. So we better make sure that's straightened out there. 81 or 87.2 on the power or penalty kill. So that's solid. Team's looking good there. We'll take a look at the PP and PK here in a second. As far as the team is concerned, who's struggling? I already have a feeling. -6. Dylan. Really? Dylan's struggling. He'll bounce back. Bonk is struggling. Couture, Vertanen. Yeah, the bottom. How's the bottom doing? 2 points. That's just not good. 2 -2. Burns has 16 points. Really? Only 16? Believe that. So the bottom line's not producing. We didn't expect it. Got a lot of guys that are minus right now. I don't know what's going on with that. But we'll take a look at the special teams real quick and make sure that's straightened out. That could have been a bit of the problem here because we're not scoring goals. And that's probably got in part to do with guys like Dadonov not particularly on the power play. We get a little distracted. There's a lot that goes on in this one. Oh, wow. Look at that power play. +3, and we're struggling? Pardon me. Couture, Meyer, Kane. And the second line is not as good. We'll go power forward, two-way. We'll take out the two-way guy. And we will put in... Is Dadonov not in it? Yeah, he's not. He's on the... Oh, why is he playing defense? Come on, Dadonov. If we put Dadonov up here, will that stay +3? Yeah, well... We might put Dadonov on the first line. Meyer is less of a goal scorer. Do they show power play points when I bring up the stats screen here? I don't know if they do or not. Power play goal. Yeah, he's 1 goal, 3 assists. So he's got 4 points there. What is the rest of his line looking at right now? We'll take a look, see if anybody else is playing better, or if that's just the line in general. Really, no power play points at all for Couture. Well, that's sick. I look at the right season? Unfortunately, yeah, I am. Okay, so that's solid. 0 power play points there, Couture. How about you show up a little bit? We'd appreciate that. You're the best center on this team. We can't take you out of that position. Might actually be forced to keep it with what we had right there. We got to try to switch something up, though. You don't go out there and go 11%. It'll turn around, though. You know, they go in spells in this game, just like in real life, where, you know, they struggle in a power play, then they play better. But I do think we need to get a defenseman down here on this line right here. There's no doubt about that. Why we have 2 guys over there that aren't defense. Can we move one of these guys? That's not going to make them happy. Burns, Carlson. That'll +3 both of them. If we go Burns, Carlson like that. So we'll try that. Burns, Carlson. You know, how about both power play units there? We'll see if that changes anything there. 4-man power play is Burns, Carlson there. Again, I don't think it's a good idea to have 2 forwards playing defense. We'll put Dadonov up there. He's a right-handed shot, right? Right-handed shot? I believe so. No, he's a left-handed shot. Okay, you could stay right there. That's a good place for you. The penalty kill was solid, so we don't have to mess with that, right? That was a sick penalty kill. We'll leave it as is. We'll see what we can do with that there. Sim up a couple more games. I'm assuming we're going to have to make some trade deadline moves for a bottom 6 guy still. I know the whole team's kind of wishy-washy right now, but it's clear as day that the bottom 6 needs a little bit of work if there's anywhere. But right now, 17-10-3. Or bottom 6 more is the 4th line in general. There's a win, there's a loss. There's a win against Nashville. Decent. There we go. Get the winning ways going again. This team just shutting teams down and blanking them. Love it. Arizona, division rival, losing in a tight one. You can expect that kind of game in playoffs here. 1-0 against Arizona. Beating those Vegas Golden Knights. Here we go. Got the winning ways again. Team starting to play a little bit better. Maybe it was the power play. Switch that power play unit up a little bit. And this team is rolling. There we go. A loss. Finally. It was a loss not in regulation. Now, this team hasn't lost in regulation in... It's been a while. A couple weeks. 3 weeks? Yeah, it's been more than 3 weeks. They haven't lost in regulation since Tampa back in November. November 7th was the last regulation loss. These guys are playing some puck right now. Love it. Continue the games. I like it. Good. Go ahead and lose. I knew it. I knew if we talked them up, they was losing the next game. It had to happen. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, wow. Arizona's playing really good. I was just one little peek at the standings, and we're back in second place. Arizona is playing tough. Did not expect that out of Arizona. I know they're a solid team, but to be playing that solid is impressive right now. 33-15-6 out of these San Jose Sharks. Not to be slept on here. Second place team that's on pace to win 50. It's just a tough division right now. The rest of the division looks pretty easy, though. I got a good 8-point lead on the rest of them. Right now, though, it's back and forth with Arizona. Can we jump ahead of them? Arizona's not losing games. They have a 5-point lead on us. Arizona is killing it. We will take one last peek, though, at these lines. Carlson, again, 57 points, leading the team there. We'll take one last peek, actually, at how our team's doing on the power play. It should be better now. I would assume it's better after seeing the way this team just played there, or after seeing the way the team just played there and switching things up. Yeah, we're up to 3 goals per game, so that's better. The goals against is down to 2.47. The defense is starting to show up. Looks like the best, at least in the division. Maybe the best in the league right now. We'll see there. 14.9 on a power play. Yeah, so that's an improvement. And the penalty kill is 88.5. It is just lights freaking out. This team's power play or penalty kill unit's ridiculous. Love it. Special teams wins games, fellas. We'll look at we'll go by lines. We'll go by lines. It's a lot easier to tell that way than going to the stats there screen. Again, we're not going to mess with the top line. We're not going to mess with the bottom, second line. Just not when you have that +3. Did something happen with these guys? They weren't both +0s before, were they? Did somebody switch something up there and I missed it? 25 penalty minutes +20 or +12. So Ferland's been a great addition. Kane +2. And how's he been on the draws? That was something we forced him into playing center there. So again, we can always move him to wing if we have to. 46.46 really isn't terrible. I mean, you get the bottom 6 guys that are younger. You want to see your bottom 6 guys kind of control the dot, though. LeBlanc is a -1, not bad. Achari's a +5, -1. Yeah, so these guys, again, they're still struggling. They're not playing as much, but they are struggling a little bit. I wouldn't mind to, again, try to find one more 80 overall type of guy here that could fit on his bottom line. We'll take a look at the defense, though. Ferraro, he +1, +5. That's the best I can ask for. It's the bottom 3, or bottom 3, whatever you want to call it. The bottom 2 team pair here. That's what you got to expect. Funnily and oddly enough, we might go back to this Gaudet guy. I mean, I feel like it's Goudet. It's probably Goudet, not Gaudet, but Goudet is a +4 and 24 points. He's solid. He might be playing some power play time with them kind of points, you would think, right? Yeah, 7 power play points, but still, guy's been playing solid this season. He's winning 48% of the draws. That's an improvement as well from what we got going on right now. I was concerned earlier, but he's looking solid. What else we got out there? There's a couple more 80s. How is Jankowski playing? I don't like the minus there. Concerned about that. -12 there. Not a fan. Again, who knows how their teams are playing. Sorelli is a -9 on a stacked team. We're going to avoid that one. St. Louis -8 in Barbashev. We're getting higher in the trade value as well, so I don't really want to go there. So yeah, we'll just try the small addition here. And back to Vancouver we go. I know, are they the team struggling with cap space? I feel like that was them. No, they got cap space for days. Okay, perfect. So they got cap space. We're going to drop our... Who was that we was going to drop here? It was not much. You right here, right there. 700K. And then we'll throw on a draft pick. We still have a lot of prospects, too. We didn't really throw... Besides Merkley, did we throw any draft picks away? Or prospects away? I don't think so. Kept the first for 2021, just in case you're the 3rd and the 5th. I'm going to make that happen. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we'll go back to our roster moves here. Edit these bad boys up one last time. Team is lining up for a playoff push over here. Hopefully, that's the addition we need on this team right here. Sorensen's not playing, and it's going to stay that way. I always forget we had Sorensen there. Maybe Sorensen can swap in there. He's a 70. Would he go better here? He's a 2-way guy, right? Yeah, he's a 2-way guy, so we can't do that. But I think that's a good option there, a good addition, I should say. And then maybe, I guess we didn't see, the thing was with Kane. Kane not playing center would be ideal there. Berlin, this line's been playing good though. Kane's a minus, hasn't been playing that good. LeBlanc might go to the 4th line here. Can he play better on the 4th line? He doesn't really care where he plays. Because if we can move you up a line like that, I don't know what we was getting a +4 there, but they enjoyed whatever it was. That was not the answer they wanted though. Who was it? Who was it that made it? Okay, it's a -1. It doesn't matter though. So we'll go that. Does that look good? Was you the guy that wanted to play in the 4th line? Good that? Yeah, you were. You wanted to play the 3rd line. I said 4th. 3rd line. So that's perfect. And we'll see what that does. Again, you know, LeBlanc was struggling. -1. We'll give him some fourth line minutes and see if that helps him out there a little bit. I don't like the... he's a two-way guy. We'll be fine. So here we go. Let's charge it up. Postseason run coming in hot. This team's ready to go. Vancouver playing some good hockey. We'll see if they can continue it here. And just an absolute slugfest, to say the least, going on right now. The Coyotes got 39 wins. They're killing it. They're killing it, but we got a pretty good cushion from everybody else in the division, right? Yeah, pretty solid there. Over 10 points, double digits. So we should be good for a playoff run. I'd like to get past Arizona, though, because Arizona in the second round on the road is a little bit more intimidating than having home ice advantage. And they have a chance of getting bounced in the first round against the 3 seed in the division more than they do against the wild card team. So we'll see how that goes there. Here we go, though. It's time to get going. This team's on a little bit of a losing skid here. We'll see if we can bust out of this real quick. That'd be nice. There's an overtime loss. Got the point at least. There's a win. Win against Ottawa. Win against Colorado. Good team in Colorado. Overtime loss against Chicago. Got the point streak going now, so that's important. Another win there. Both of them in the back-to-back, so that's key. 3-2 win again against Colorado. There we go. The wheels are rolling once again. Back and forth with Arizona. It's going to be tight going to the finish here. Going to need to win as many games as possible. It's an Arizona game, and it's a big loss. That was the game you needed to win, and they know it because they're going to go into the postseason on a massive losing streak. Carlson ending the season 73 points. Decent. 63 out of Burns. Again, I don't know. I would have thought when you got them chemistry boost that it would have helped these guys put up more points, but it really did not happen there. Oddly enough, I'm just gonna say I would have expected better than that of Couture. I don't really know what's going on there. Oh, look at Ferland, plus 20. This guy was a great addition to the team this season. How'd the goaltending look to end the season over there in Dubnyk? 905, so not the best. We just played good good defense in front of him really for throughout the season, so that's a bit concerning. We'll see how that goes going into playoffs. I really expected a little bit more offense though with the chemistry like that, like a 95 Carlson and only 73 points, but you know, you don't see the defenseman really rake into points, I guess, a lot in this game. But here we go. Anaheim, San Jose, first round, and are we the road team? No, they put the home team first. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I thought we was the road team there for a second. Game number 1, at home. Gotta pick up the dubs early, I think. That's not a dub, that's an L. 2-1 drop to Anaheim. Game number 2, there we go. Big win, 4-2 series split. Heading over to Anaheim. Can we steal one in Anaheim? That's the big question. Need to see it happen. Gonna drop the first one, game number 4 against Anaheim. San Jose's woes in the playoffs look like they're continuing. They find themselves down 3-1. This can't be happening. It can't be. The W in overtime. San Jose's hopes stay alive for one more game at Anaheim. There's a big dub. Game 7 at home. San Jose pulling the EA, coming back down 3-1. Can they pick up the victory in game number 7 against these Anaheim Ducks? Period number 1 is goalless. We'll just jump straight through 2. There we go. San Jose up 3-1. Dadonov, Hurdle, and Joe Thornton giving this team a 2-goal cushion, but they're going to be on a penalty kill early there in the third. Not a lot going there, though. Good kill. Anaheim gets nothing out of it. Just shut these guys down defensively. You scored 3 goals at San Jose. This defense just needs to lock teams down and just completely just say, no, thanks for playing. That's it. You're gone. You know, like, this team's just so good defensively. There's an insurance goal. There's a second one, and the San Jose Sharks are going to advance to the second round. Carlson and Hurdle. Some good puck being played there. Who they got in the second round? It was, what, Arizona? Yeah, winning 4-2, it looks like there. I always forget it's right there in the bottom corner. Arizona, though, tough competitor. Back and forth during the season, and we wanted to beat them out, but we're not going to get home ice. We'll see if that matters here. Winning game number 1, 6-2. So we stole at least 1. Winning 1 in Arizona was big. Losing the second series split, going back home. Now, if we can win both home games, that's not going to start like that, though. That's a loss right there to Arizona. Game number 4, a second loss. Arizona is up 3-1 in this series. Can we do it again? No. And get the 3 straight to end the series? The answer is still possible. 4-1. Game 6. San Jose needs this victory, or they are bounced from playoffs, and that is exactly what happened. The San Jose Sharks in the second round. Now I'm going to start the boost conspiracies, because, man, a +5, 2 defensive lines, and not even win your division. I don't know. That was a sick team, I thought there. Nonetheless, San Jose is going to come up empty-handed. As always, though, guys, if you enjoyed this video, big thumbs up and subscribe is appreciated, never required. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.